Why did you choose this family in this life? This is the question we're going to answer with this pick a card today. Welcome, everybody. I'm Sophie from Maison Jupiter, and we're going to solve this mystery of why did you choose a specific family in this incarnation? What are the reasons? What are the karma, maybe? What is it that you were meant to learn? What is it that you were meant to get from those contracts? So if you're new to this channel, welcome home. This is a very high vibrational channel where we are absolutely blessed with amazing people in the comment section. You should take a look at the comment section. People are completely amazing, so self-aware, and they are always working on themselves. So if you haven't found your tribe yet, this is happening in the comment section right now. Everybody, I love you so much. Let's get this pick a card started. Let's close our eyes, take a deep breath in, and just let go of all tensions and out. When you reopen your eyes, the first spot that attracts your eyes is going to be the right message for you today. Trust your intuition. You're being guided to the right message. Have you chosen yet? Perfect. So if you need more time, you can press pause and come back later using the timestamp below. I'm going to get started with group number 1, and you can use the timestamp below if you are from the group 2 or group 3. I will see you in a minute. Group 1, let's see what are the reasons why you have chosen this family. We have the card Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacle. This is the most positive card of the deck, according to Rider-Waite. So the Ace of Pentacles is about manifestation. So there could be that you were extremely wanted. There could be that in your family, your parents were maybe not supposed to have another child, and you were possibly made out of manifestation. You were possibly called in by their guides. You were possibly extremely wanted to make, in some cases, a lesson for your parents, that so they can learn a lesson. So you are coming into this world extremely wanted from the point of view of their souls to learn a lesson in this world, in the 3D world, or by their entity in this world. So either by their soul wanting to grow and learn, or by their ego and their personality in the 3D. So their incarnation personality in this world, so that they wanted to have another baby. But there's some aspect of wanting to have a baby and creating this into the world out of manifestation. So there's something about either having difficulties having babies, maybe the age wasn't right, maybe the circumstances wasn't right, but you were extremely wanted. So the Ace of Pentacles talks about also a great start. So for some of you, it's more about what they needed from you than what you needed from them. So I see that your soul contract was a little bit more with this card about them and their growth and having lessons and having a new fresh beginning, a proof for them that they have learned. So it's almost like your birth was something that was absolutely wanted from a point of view, again, from the soul or from the persona perspective. But it brings a sense of you are there to serve them. And I'm not saying this in a point of view of incarnation, not in this life you're there to serve them, but as a soul, you are here to help them grow and learn lessons. And there could have been that for some of you, this was also an opportunity in the mind of your parent to be able to reconcile their marriage or or their relationship, or to have some kind of commitment between them. So I see that you had a lot of responsibilities in your relationship with your parents, almost as if you started this relationship with them as almost like a parent, almost like you are the one helping them and they're not the one helping you. So it start with a bang. Let's see the second card for you. We have four of pentacle. So yes, I think that as a soul, you chose those parents because they needed you. And I think that as a soul, you also saw that you had something to give them as a lesson. So for their growth. I think that you are more evolved than your parents. And I think that there is an aspect of you needed a challenge as a soul, and you accepted those parents as your almost like as your work, as your almost like you would be their guide and you would help them to fix something or to grow, give them this opportunity that they have asked for, and you responded to almost like an ad in the paper for a job, and you said, yes, I need a challenge, so let's do it, let's help you for a while in this incarnation. So I'm not saying that you don't have past life with them, because you could have chosen to accept this challenge because you know them and because you have a good relationship or you have karma to explore with them. But it seems that you have chosen them. The main focus of the reason why you chose them is to bring them some growth and to bring them an opportunity to prove that they have learned something in the past. I'm going to take two cards of tarot before I end this message for you, group one. So why have you chosen those parents? Ace of Sword. So we have two aces. You were absolutely there to test them. You were absolutely there to break through. So this is the Ace of Swords. So it's a card of breakthrough to help them end a loop, and a karmic loop, and a pattern. Then we have the Three of Swords. They were absolutely stuck. We have Four of Cups and we have Three of Swords. So they were absolutely stuck before you. They were not growing. They were pretty much going to fail at this lesson if your soul didn't choose to come and help them. So I think that you have chosen to come to help them at a moment where they were maybe not supposed to have another child. And because it happened this way, you were sacrificing um, for them, for their growth. And it happened this way because you accepted it. So we have the Two of Wands reverse, which is the choice. I think that for you, you didn't have a lot of other options. You didn't look in as how would I say that? You didn't look at a lot of other option as parent because you didn't look for reincarnation. You were only hearing their call, and because you heard their call and you really wanted to help, you said, okay, I will do it. So you didn't have a lot of choices in that sense of you were not looking to reincarnate. You just made a sacrifice for them to reincarnate. Last card, I want to see what is the information that your guide can give you on how well it is going. And keep in mind that this is a collective message. So if you need a more personal message, you can absolutely book your own appointment at maisonjupiter.com with a 10% coupon code that is Jupiter. So we have the tower. So it's almost like you have planted a seed of big change. You have shaking the ground on what needed to be shaked. I think that you help them question things. You help them stay out of the loop that normally they would stay in. I think right now the job is not completely finished when it comes to those souls. They will have more evolution, but you definitely help them to remove a wall of, I want to say, ignorance on some topics, and you help them to shake the ground on their beliefs. So that's absolutely positive. So this is what I have for you, group one. I hope it resonates, and thank you so much for your visit. I really appreciate everybody that is watching, and I will be seeing you next week. Bye bye. Group two. Let's see. Why have you chosen those parents in this incarnation? So the card that we have is a number zero. It is a card of the dreamer. It is the energy of the fool. That's interesting. Let's see what is the next card with this. We have a five of water, which is five of cup. Oh, this is a very big karma. Okay, I want to see more cards before I can absolutely be sure of this message for you, because so far, what I'm picking up on is that you decided to have a break from your usual pattern, the usual soul that you reincarnate with, and you chose those parents because they were not in your recent incarnation. So let's pick two or three cards. Yeah, the card is just flipped. We have the Fool on top of the Fool, confirming I said what I said. Basically, tarot is saying I said what I said. And it is absolutely break from your recent incarnation. You needed to change your comfort zone. You needed to change the energy. So the parents that you chose, the family that you chose, is a family that you didn't choose for a long time, or for some of you it is your first incarnation with them. So it could be, in some cases, either way. It could be both extreme. It could be extremely triggering because you are triggered in your sense of, I don't understand them, or I don't feel that connected to them. But in the same way, it could be a relief that you're not triggered in a very negative way by your parents. Sometimes when we have a lot of karma, it could be very heavy. So it really can go both ways depending on the specific cases. Let me see a little bit more with the next card for you. Why have you chosen those incarnation with those parents? We have the Temperance. So we can see that in this life you have chosen people that are that you needed, yeah, teamwork. You didn't know a lot about them, or it has been a long time before since you have incarnated with them for the last time. So this indicate that in this life you needed to practice a lot of understanding, empathy, patience, to be able to have teamwork, to be able to grow together, understand each other. A lot of flexibility, adaptation was needed with them. So I think that you have chosen them because, again, you needed a break from your usual. Really curious to see what was your recent past life about. And of course, if you want to have more of a private reading on your past life, because this is still a collective message, you can book on maisonjupiter.com, where there is a 1 hour appointment of past life with me, using the coupon code Jupiter for 10% off because you're watching those videos. So let's see, just one card for your past life. Yeah, exactly. So the card just fell. We have extremely hard. So I'm not surprised to see this when it comes to your past life. That's exactly why you have been chosen to let go of this immense work and just let go the baggage. We don't bring a lot of baggage when we are in the energy of the Fool. We are letting go of the past and we are starting fresh elsewhere. It requires more patience, but sometimes it can be very easy peasy or seamless, specifically if you came from this type of past lives. So this could mean that you were in situations that were extremely heavy, extremely complex, that you have a lot of baggage from past life to unload, but you chose to not continue on the same topics as you were working on previously because those things were really heavy and you needed a break. So use this life as a way of releasing a lot of past life trauma, past life baggage. This is going to help you in your next lives to not go back necessarily to this hard energy. But this leads me to say that two things. I will come back to the parents in a second, but that leads me to say that if you have a lot of physical issues that you don't know why, or a lot of fears that you don't know why, this comes from your past life because there's a lot of unresolved issues that you just decided I need a break from. So I'm not going to work on them in this life, but they're still there in the background in your soul. Okay. So going back to the parents before I switch groups, absolutely can go either way with you guys. You've chosen those parents again because you needed a break from your recent past lives. So for some of you, you can say, well, I was able to adapt. They were really easy to work with. The teamwork was really good. So we were both on board with trying to understand each other. But for others, it could be a one-sided situation where it's you really don't understand each other, or the other one doesn't want to really in the effort needed to understand each other. So just know that whatever case it is, even if it's really unpleasant, your past life are really heavy for some of you. So your soul is very happy to have chosen those parents, even though it may feel like it's very difficult. It is a nice break from the past. And it is about adaptation. It is about flexibility. And this is one of the lessons that if you are able to tackle in a healthy way, of course, we're not going to do everything for the other person if they're not doing the effort, of course. If you're able to tackle flexibility and adaptation and communication with your family, again, if it's healthy and if it goes on both sides, you're going to learn some skills that are going to be able to detangle the big knot that is the karma that you had in your recent past lives. So this is what I have for you, group two. I hope it resonates. If you want to learn more about your past life, or if you want to have your own personal reading with me, you can book at maisonjupiter.com. Don't forget your 10% coupon code because you watch these shows. We give you 10% coupon code. It is Jupiter. I see you next week. Bye bye. Final group three. Let's see what is the reason why you've chosen those specific parents. We have a Three of Swords, interesting, because the Three of Swords is normally a heart with three swords in it. So that talks about maybe rejection, that talks about heartbreak, that talks about difficult topics, difficult words that are being said. So I want to see the next one. We have the Magician, which is a number one in the major arcana, and it talks about there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. And I want to go ahead and right away take two or three cards from tarot. I want to see more of the reason why you chose those parents in this current incarnation. So let's go ahead and pick a few cards of tarot for you to add to this message. So we have teamwork with the Three of Pentacles, so three and three. There could be a message for some of you with the number three. Maybe you are three siblings. Maybe the number three is significant for a birthday. Maybe 3 years ago, there was something significant in your family. So the number three is specific. Well, you're a group three also, but the number three is very specific for you because we have three, number three. So we have this the group Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Then what do we have? We have Five of Wands. I'm not surprised to see this. And we have Four of Pentacles. So you have chosen this group of parents because either you or them needed to open up. So open up with their emotions. You have chosen them because you were block in a certain area. Apply how it resonates. If I say you, but it's your parents, switch the situation over. This is still a collective message. If you want to have more of a personal reading, you can book at maisonjupiter.com to have your own personal reading. But still, group three, I feel like it's a connection of learning to trust again, to open up. And one of the main lessons that you have to learn is that it's not that because there is conflict within this family that there is a lack of love and that it's not safe. So it's not because there is conflict within this family that it is not safe to open up and that there is not love. I feel that this is a connection that is there so you are able to trust again, and that so that you're able to face the tough conversation, even though it is not easy, even though harsh words can be said at time, even though it is going to be a skill to develop maybe on both sides, to learn how to speak to each other, how to communicate your point, how to argue your feelings or whatever is the case that you have to communicate to the other party. It is going to be painful at first because we have the card of conflict and we have the harshful word and the energy of heartbreak. But the fives are always temporary, and we have number three. So that means that you are absolutely in a situation that is there. So you are learning. Number three is the energy of Gemini, the eternal student, and the number three is also for me at the very least the energy of Mercury, which is the words, communication. So we can see that you are meant to study, to work, to grow in terms of skills when it comes to, again, opening up your conversation about your feelings, learning teamwork, learning that even though there is tough moment, tough conversations, challenges, that it is worth going through the challenges and the unpleasant conversations to get closer and to grow as a family, and to not hold back on your emotion, to not block your emotion in your body, to not um, go internalize everything, if that makes sense. So when we internalize conflict or we are not expressing things, it can unfortunately show up as physical symptoms with time. So be aware in your body where maybe you have, I would say, internalize emotion that should be talked about, that should be just release. See in your body if you have something on the left side, for example, that would be connected to a female in your life. If it's on the left side that you have a problem with body or sensitivity. So if you have something on the left side, it's either a female in your life, mother or sister, or a female in your life in general, or female quality that you have a problem with. So maybe problem is not the right word, but you understand. It could be nurturing, could be your intuition on the left side. Right side is going to be the masculine. So masculine in your life, or the masculine qualities, such as providing, taking action, taking charge, taking the lead, protection. That's the right side. So see in your body if you have problems that are manifesting through the body, through the physical. Try to identify what you have kept inside as emotions. And this is why you have chosen this family. It's so that you are learning to go through conflict and that it is safe to go through conflicts, because family love, as horrible sometimes as relationship with family can be, sometimes it can be really bad, you are always going to have this unconditional love. I'm not saying everybody in your family is healthy and know how to love and they're not toxic. I'm saying that this is a bound with the family, that you're never going to not love them on a level. So you're safe with them to express your emotions, or to say your limits, and to speak your truth. It is through those connections that you have chosen to learn trust and to release your emotions. So let's say worst case scenario, because that happens so often, that you have a very unhealthy family and no one is safe. Well, you learn through them who is safe outside of your family, through the example of learning with them what is not safe. So by determination, if you learn what is not safe, you learn what is safe outside, and you are able to express your limit. So therefore your emotions with them. This is why you have chosen them. So this is what I have for group three. I hope it resonates. If you want to have your own personal reading, you can book at maisonjupiter.com, where you get 10% coupon code on your next reading with, yeah, 10% coupon. Yeah, I said that right. Perfect. It's Jupiter. I'm sending you so much love. I will see you